G'day YouTubers, Liam5149 here. Haven't been doing many videos due to the 54 Fordston Major. I've had a lot of problems with it. I was been using it and it blew a head gasket. And because it blew a head gasket, obviously of course, I went to fix it up, put a new head gasket in it, intake and exhaust gaskets, the whole works. But then I found out that the starter motor was burned out and I need a new one. Unfortunately I can't find a new one. So I went out and borrowed this 1970, I think it is. I borrowed this 1977 Fiat 780, 80 horsepower tractor. It has served me well. My father and grandparents organised with the relatives we borrowed it off to actually purchase it and make it our own, and they have done that. They paid him the other day, so yeah. So this is the new girl, the new old girl. Got the graded blade on the back of it. My grandparents gave me a paddock down the back, which is of course the road you see here, which I had to build myself because there was no track into it. So I graded this up, and I went through and graded it with the grader blade, the actual grading edge of it, probably 2 days ago. And sitting around today, I had nothing to do, so I thought, oh, I'll get it through and now I'll back scrape it. And those of you who know what back scraping is, of course, you just know. Those of you who don't, this edge here is the main cutting edge. And what I mean by back scraping is I spin the blade around 180 degrees and use this back side here that has no cutting edge. And that won't actually dig into the ground, it will just scrape the top layer of surface off. So because when you go through and grade it, it's somewhat uneven, all that stuff, the back scraping pretty much just levels it out before you bring your finishing tool in, which I'll make a video of later when I get it down here. So I've just finished that. I forgot to make a video, but I've got to do down this track here. It's an all-right track, so it doesn't need a full grade. Now if we get a big rain and I've got to regrade the whole thing, I'll grade from up the house all the way down to the gate up through here and into my paddock where I've soon got to put a gate. So I'll make a video of me back scraping this track here and we'll see how it goes. Well, let's jump in. Now this is the enclosed cabin. I like this because you can work in the wet, obviously. Your typical Fiat 780 dash. Got your two levers here. This lever here just controls how fast your February linkage drops. But this one here is my favourite because this, you put it so far down, the blade only goes so far down. So this is perfect for grading, levelling, mowing, baling. We don't really need it for baling. But mowing, grading, cultivating, all that stuff, that's the lever I use. That one I use when I'm putting it down on the ground to service it or whatnot. But I ultimately use that lever there because it will only go so far. Put this from the up position to this marker. With grading, they will only just nick the top surface off. It won't dig right in. So this lever here is basically just so you set it so far and the implement will only go so far down. Enough of what enough about explaining the tractor. I'm gonna chuck you behind and we're gonna watch the blade do its job. Right, let's go. So I normally grade if I'm taking a lot of soil out, which is very, very rare. I'll use first gear in high range. But because I'm just scraping, there's no real point trying to do it a specific way. So I just second gear high range, pull the handbrake off. You got to lift the foot pedal up, that's your throttle there. We've also got the auto throttle. Right, so we'll put this down because that's only back scraping. If you look when I put it so far down, it's only gone that far. If I put it, well, I've adjusted all the top link and that today, so it's all good. So drop it right to the front, which is all the way. Blade is all the way on the ground. Right, let's go. And you just want to take it easy. You don't have to go, 50 miles, 50k to do a good job. Just nice, easy, slow. And I'm holding this just above 1,000. And as you can see, doing a good job, scraping off to the side. You've got your bump. And you've got, when you're doing this type of work, you have to look forward and back. I just have my phone facing back so you can see what's going on. But I am constantly looking backwards and forwards to make sure the implement is doing what I want it to do. Right, coming up to a gate now. So I will probably just backgrade this whole road. But I'll just stop it here. And doing this, you've got to make sure you don't roll back too far, otherwise digging edge will dig into the ground and you will rip up the ground. So that's all the way up. I'll drive up a bit and then I'll turn around and I'll do the back scrape the opposite way. And then, yeah, I'll do a... Then you'll be able to see what it looks like, all nice and neat, how a road should be. Just turn around here. The other good thing about this tractor is it's got all your power steering, your radio, which unfortunately doesn't work at the moment because I snapped the antenna off, which to me isn't a rare occurrence to break something. Now you want to line it up roughly where you want to scrape. Again, all the way down. Second gear is all you'll need for doing this. You can do it faster, but if you hit a rough patch you'll tend to bounce the blade, which is not preferred because then it puts shock through your whole tractor, your 3-point linkage, all that. So yeah, this is what I've been doing. Some people think that it's just boring. You're sitting in a tractor grading all day, that stuff. But this is just your standard boat maintenance. There's no point trying to, be cool about it and say, oh, my boat's perfect, I don't need to do this, all that stuff, because ultimately it needs doing. So just because I don't want to have a big pile of dirt pulled up, just going to follow me track around, and I'm just going to dump it over where I've dumped the rest of the dirt, and I will get back to you, and hopefully this should be pretty alright once I finish this.